Leviticus 25. Make sure to like, share, and follow. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai, saying, Speak to the Israelites, and say to them, When you come down to the land that I am about to give you, then the land shall observe a Sabbath for Yahweh. 6 years you shall sow your field, and 6 years you shall prune your vineyard, and you shall gather in its yield. But the seventh year it shall be a Sabbath of complete rest for the land, a Sabbath for Yahweh. You must sow your field, and you must prune your vineyard. You must not reap your harvest afterward, and you must not harvest the grapes of your unpruned vines. It shall be a year of complete rest for the land, and a Sabbath of the land shall be for your food. It shall be for food for you, and for your slave, and for your slave woman, and for your hired worker, and for your temporary residents who are dwelling as aliens with you. And all its yield shall be for you, domestic animals and the wild animals which are in your land to eat. And you shall count for yourself 7 Sabbaths of years, 7 times 7 years, and you shall be for you time periods of 7 Sabbaths of years, 49 years. And you shall cause a loud horn blast to be heard on the 7th month, on the 10th of the month, on the day of atonement. And you shall cause the ram's horn to be heard in all the land, in all your land. And you shall consecrate the 50th year, and you shall proclaim a release in the land for all its inhabitants. It is a jubilee, it shall be for you, and you shall return, and you must return everyone to his property, and everyone to his clan. You shall have a 50th year as a jubilee, and you must not sow, and you must not reap its aftergrowth, and you must not harvest unpruned vines, because it is a jubilee. It is to be holy to you. You must eat the produce from the field. In this year of Jubilee, each of you shall return to his property, and when you sell something to your fellow citizen, or you buy from your neighbor's hand, you must not oppress one another. You must buy from your fellow citizen according to the number of years after the Jubilee. He must sell to you according to the number of years of yield. You must increase its price according to a greater number of years, but you must decrease its price according to a lesser number of years, because he is selling its yield to you. And you must not oppress one another, but you shall revere your God, because I am Yahweh your God. And you shall do my statutes, and you must keep my regulations, and you must do them, so that you shall live securely on the land. And the land shall give its fruits, and you shall eat your fill, and you shall live securely on it. And if you should say, What shall we eat in the 7th year, if we do not sow and we do not gather its yields? Then I will command my blessing for you the 6th year, so that it will make the yield for 3 years. And you will sow on the 8th year, and you shall eat from the old yield until the 9th year, until the coming of its yield. You shall eat the old yield. But the land must not be sold in perpetuity, because the land is mine, because you are aliens and temporary residents with me, and all your properties, your land must provide redemption for the land. When your brother comes poor, and he sells of his property, then his nearest redeemer shall come, and he shall redeem the thing sold by his brother. But if a man does not have a redeemer, then he prospers, and if he finds enough for his redemption, then he shall calculate the year of its selling, and he shall refund the balance to the man whom he sold it, and he shall return his property. But if his hand does not find enough to refund him, then what he has sold shall be in the buyer's hand until the year of Jubilee. And it shall go out of the buyer's hand in the Jubilee, and he shall return the property. And if a man sells a residential house in a walled city, then it shall be his redemption until completing after the year of his selling. Its redemption shall last a year, but if it is not redeemed before the full year has passed, then the house that is in the walled city shall belong to the buyer in perpetuity. Throughout his generations, it shall not go out of the buyer's hand in the Jubilee. However, village houses that have no surrounding walls shall be considered open country. There is redemption for it, and in the Jubilee it shall go out of the buyer's hand. As for the cities of the Levites, that the houses in their properties cities shall be a lasting redemption for the Levites. And whatever anyone redeems from the Levites, they must go out of the buyer's hand in the Jubilee, including a house selling in his city's property, because the houses on the city of the Levites are their property in the midst of the Israelites. But a field of their city's pastured land must not be sold, because it is their property for all times. And if your countryman becomes poor and he becomes dependent on you, then you shall support him like an alien and like a temporary resident, and he shall live with you. You must not take inheritance. You must not take interest or usury from him, but you shall revere your God, and your countrymen shall live with you. You must not give your money to him with interest or give your food for profit. I am Yahweh your God, who brought you out from this land of Egypt to give you the land of Canaan to be as God for you. And if your countryman who is with you becomes poor and he is sold to you, you shall not treat him as a slave. He shall be with you like a hired worker, like a temporary resident. He shall work with you until the year of Jubilee, and he and his sons with him shall go out from you. And he shall return to his clan, and the property of his ancestors shall return, because they are my servants, whom I brought out from this land of Egypt, shall not be sold as a slave. You shall not rule over him with ruthlessness, but you shall revere your God. As for your slave and your slave woman, who are yours from the nations that are around you, from them you may buy a slave or a slave woman, and you may buy also from the children of a temporary resident who are dwelling with you as aliens from their clan, who are with you, who have children in your land. Indeed, they must be as property for you, and you may pass them on as an inheritance to your sons after you, and you take possession of property for all time. You may let them work, but as for your countrymen, the Israelites, you shall not rule with ruthlessness over one another. And if the alien or the temporary resident who are with you prosper, but your countryman who is with him becomes poor, and he is sold to an alien, a temporary resident who is with you, or a descendant of an alien's clan after he is sold, redemption shall be for him. One of his close relatives from the clan may redeem him, or if he prospers, he may redeem himself, and he shall calculate with his buyer from the year of selling himself with the Jubilee, and the value of his selling shall be according to the number of years. It shall be with him like a hired worker's day. If there are still many years in keeping with them, he shall restore his redemption in proportion to his purchase price. And if there are a few years left until the year of Jubilee, then he shall calculate for himself. He shall restore his redemption according to his number of years. He shall be with him as a yearly hired worker. He shall not rule over him with ruthlessness in your sight. And if he is not redeemed by any of these ways, then he and his sons with him shall go out of the year of Jubilee. Indeed, the Israelites are servants for me. They are servants whom I brought out from the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh, your God. May God bless you, and may God bless the reading of his word.